Okay, so here we are on the homestead. We're kind of in the ideal thicket, if you will, for this machine. It loves processing wood that size. Any bigger and you're starting to lose efficiency, but this stuff's really where it shines. So the machine kind of explains itself the way it works. It falls to the left. You're always trying to lay the wood left to right like I've got it there. If it goes out away from you or to you, you always want to kind of spin it a little bit before you can start processing it down. So there's like the felling process, and then there's the limbing process, which is right to left also, and then left to right, you're actually breaking it into mulch. I'm just getting that stump out of the way. I've got a bad habit of bumping those, and it's pretty hard on your pins, so I'm learning to knock those down before I do a lot of sweeping. That's where she's really eating. See, I didn't get enough stumps down. Bump that one there. Lemon to the left, chipping to the right. Now sometimes if you're not paying attention, you'll get too low and the wood you're chipping will get up into your guard and you end up pushing up a pile out where you can't reach it. So if you end up pushing the material, you just pick it up a little bit and start again. So the machine always chews down standing timber best on the left side and at an angle. It doesn't like to cross cut. It always likes to rip. Those teeth are designed for ripping. So right here, see how I'm running the head at about a 45? And I'm trying to keep that on the left side, but the drum will always pull you left. So definitely helps to have it at an angle until you get that down to a stop, and then obviously you got to lay it flat to grind it the rest of the way to the ground. See, I went ahead and reached up and got that one, because if I had fell it, it would have gotten out of my reach. So that's a good example of a tree that you would just ideally mulch in place rather than falling and then mulching on the ground. Yep, so here's another set. Hopefully the head comes into view here pretty quick. There it is. Just sweep in. Trying to get some stumps down before I end up bumping them. As an owner-operator, that's the most cringeworthy thing you'll do to your machine is be full into a swing and smack something. See, working on the left side, it's so much more aggressive. So you learn to anticipate that, and as the tree is pulling your machine left, it'll just already be swinging right a little bit to counter it. Again, I'm trying to lay things crossways to me so it's easy to process. Can't really see that tree there, but it's coming into view. Pretty good size one. Getting pretty close to the phone there. That's my phone taking video. See, I'm trying to get that crossways to me so I can get it processed easier. A lot of rinse and repeat. Always trying to keep it spooled up as much as you can. You're always balancing the wait time for spooling, which if you're just operating slow, generally it'll have time to spool. You know, I like to give it a nice little pause between left and right. One, so I'm not banging my pins, but it also just gives it a moment to spool back up. And that FAE head, this is the only head I've ran, but I've been pretty dang impressed how fast that spools up. This is not a high flow machine at all, and there's not a lot of lag time waiting on it to get rolling again. And it runs so cool, really cool. My auger actually heats the machine up more than this FAE head does.